Okay. How to eliminate all the distractions. First thing you need to be doing is you need to be journaling. All right. People think, oh, journaling, that's for girls, right? No, it's not. Call it a journal. Call it a diary. Call it fucking Jessica. Call it your mental punching bag. Call it Uncle Randy. I don't give a fuck. You got to use it. Okay. You got to use it. If you feel lost, okay, let's say you continuously hit a wall, right, over and over again in your life. Oh, maybe you just keep getting the shit kicked out of you in a fight. You're like, God, dude, that guy keeps just getting me with those right hooks and it keeps breaking my nose over and over again. What's going on? Okay. Then you write it down. You're like, oh, it's because I suck at blocking. And you just sort of go through it. Okay. If you are like, man, I keep getting this toxic relationship. I've married this woman 3 times. I don't get it. Like, we get divorced and we get married and then divorced. And now I'm like proposed to her again, right? Why does this keep happening to me? And you write down, oh, it's because of, I don't have anywhere to live. Got it. I just needed to be aware of that. And being aware of it is just like so much of it, right? If you just keep drinking, you're like, I can't stop drinking. I can't stop. It's just taking over my life. Then you write it down and you're like, oh, look, it seems like I've been drinking mostly when I'm around these people. Got it. I'm smoking mostly when I'm in these environments. Why am I not running? Oh, it looks like I'm still getting over this hangover. It just makes me feel like shit. Got it. Okay. And drinking is just terrible, right? Don't be lying to yourself. Okay. If you're getting drunk, I don't care. Even if you're very young. Okay. You get drunk on a Friday, you're feeling on Saturday, you're feeling on Sunday. What if I want to work those days? I'm just fucked. If it's Sunday and I get hammered, I wake up Monday, you're not sleeping, you're not getting good sleep. You're gonna fall asleep faster when you're fucked up, but you're not gonna wake up the next day and say, man, I'm gonna be so productive. You're gonna be lying to yourself, right? You're lying to yourself. No, you're not gonna be productive. So I'm fucked. If I get drunk Sunday, I'm fucked for Monday and Tuesday. It's just why would I do that? It's okay to feel lost, but it's not okay to not try. Okay? If I talk to human beings, we call them fucking losers who have like holes in their throats, right? And they're still smoking, then I'm not going to talk to those people. I'm not going to talk to them. Why would I talk to you? You're just going to bring me down. You have this mental block in your head that you've not been able to get past. And I'm going to be surrounded with you, bring you into my life. I'm going to try to question why do you do that? You're not getting anywhere, right? You see those, a drinker, right? Someone's been drinking and they have had a liver transplant, that they've had a near-death experience with drinking, and they still don't quit. They're like, I lost my family. I had a liver, lost a kidney, still do it. Okay, got it. I'm not gonna talk to you. Okay, I don't want that in my life. See somebody who's extremely overweight at Walmart, they're wheeling around because they're so obese and they don't realize they need to lose the weight at that point, and they have a ligament chopped off. It's like, okay, got it. I got to talk to you. People that don't know their numbers and they want to be a millionaire, that is the exact same category. Don't think that this is different. It's the exact same, right? If someone says, hey, I'm going to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, and then I say, okay, cool. How are you going to get there? What do your numbers look like? What are your goals? And they're like, I don't know. I'm going to make $83.3 thousand a month, because 83.3K times 12 months is $1 million, in case you don't know that. Then I'm like, okay, but do you not, like, how much do you need clothes? Like, how much do you need? Like, how are you going to get it? Reverse engineer that. And they're like, oh, well, never thought about it. I don't know. I'm like, got it. Not even going to talk to you. You're a fucking loser. Because you don't think about it. It sounds very selfish, but you are saving yourself mental energy from somebody who is lazy, okay? So if you said, I'm going to make $1 million a year, and you say, oh, okay, cool, how are you going to do that? Well, I need to, I'm going to start selling this, okay? And I'm going to sell this for about $2,000. And by the end of this year, I want to get to this number. And so in order to get this, I need to sell like X amount of $2,000 deals. Nothing below $2,000. I'm not going to sell $1,500 deals. $2,000. I'm going to get on this amount of closed calls, because every 10 closed calls, I'm seeing me close 6. And you know your numbers, and you're like, oh, I need to get 50 cold calls, because 30 will say yes, and then 10 of those that will come to the closed call, and then I close this amount. You're like, oh, dude, I want to get around this guy, bro. He's a fucking winner. He's a winner. Like I'm going to be around that guy. Okay. So knowing these small things that hold you back, like that's why I quit drinking. It's why I quit smoking. Okay. It's just noticing that it's holding you back slightly. Like with smoking and drinking, it just it subconsciously institutes self-limiting beliefs that you don't notice. You're like, man, I just feel so anxious. Why do I feel so anxious? Well, maybe it's just because I smoked a fucking pack of cigarettes, you know? Um, People say, but I can't, right? Yes, you can. People are weak. Just do it. If you can't do it and you give up, I mean, just get used to being weak. Get used to working at Walmart. Get used to being a peasant. Every society needs peasants. We've always needed them, and I'm not even saying this in a dick way. We've always needed peasants. Like toilets need to be scrubbed. Like I'm telling you, buses need to be driven. Um, floors need to be cleaned. Dude, someone's got to cook my Big Mac. Okay, so if you're okay with that, then I'm not saying this in a mean way. Just be okay with it. Give it the reward. There is nothing wrong with it. Seriously. All right. But if not, then listen to my second point, which is you just have to have a strong enough vision, strong enough why statement. I'm not going to discuss that in detail, but you need to know why you're doing it. And it's okay if it's selfish. You're like, hey man, I don't give a fuck about that person. I'm not here for my kids and my wife. I'm actually what motivates me more intrinsically. It's okay if you're more intrinsically motivated by money, material items. You're motivated by this. Whatever motivates you, that is something that is you're going to notice by journaling, and that is different for every person. People are saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it because I have to for my wife and my kids because I need to fucking feed them." That's not strong enough. You're not going to get up every morning and beat yourself up day in day out because of that. That's not strong enough. It's okay. That is okay. People get motivated by things. Okay. So you need to get specific on that. You need to get specific on your why is. You need to get specific on your numbers. You need to reverse engineer that. Okay. And for eliminating distractions, you need to eliminate small things from your life. So bit by bit. In Atomic Habits, which is a book, okay, very amazing book. I recommend it. They talk about the aerodynamics of a bicycle at the beginning of it, and they talk about how they were making the fastest bicycle in the world, and they wanted to win the race. I believe it was Lance Armstrong. I think that's the person I'm thinking of right now. And they looked at this bicycle and they said, okay, well, how are we going to make this the littlest bit better? Okay, let's take off the lights. Let's take off the bell. It's got a bell. Take off the bell. Okay, let's change the trim out on the tires. Make it like a lighter trim, a little bit thinner. We could make the bicycles instead of the wider bikes, the wider wheel, make it the thinner wheel. Is that steel? Let's make that carbon fiber. It was aluminum before. Got it. Can we shave that to 1/4 of an inch instead of half an inch? And they just sort of went like that. And eventually they got fastest bicycle in the world and they won. Right? That's like life. All right. It's why in equestrian sports, all jockeys are midgets. People that ride horses, they're fucking short because that's going to help them win. It's just aerodynamics. Okay. It's just the way things work. Okay. It's like people saying that they have time for video games. It's like, do you time for that? Because you'll notice that as you eliminate distractions from your life, although there may be lapses in time, as long as for a quantity of time you don't resort back to the bad habit, the addiction, you will subsequently have that period of time filled with a hopefully productive activity. Okay, so that brings me to my third point, right? Which is fill your schedule, right? What's a big thing you hear drinkers say? I got nothing else to do. Might as well drink. If you're quitting an addiction, it's important to have your schedule filled because if your friends call you, your amazing friends, and they say, "Hey, we're drinking. You're coming." You can say, "Nah, I'm reading a book." Okay, so they might not think that's cool, right? Whatever the fuck that word means. And if they say, "Come on, dude, no, why?" Say, "Because I said so." Because I said so. That's all you gotta say. You gotta say it with a loud voice because I said so. It's okay to lose a few loser friends and humans from your life. Everyone's so afraid of that. They're like, "Oh my god, I can't say that. You can't do that. These people will hate me. I'll lose them." Dude, if you want to work at Walmart all your life, then yeah, go for it. Hang with your buddy who occasionally he does drugs, occasionally smokes pot, occasionally does blow, he drinks, he cheats on his girl, he shoplifts, he smokes cigarettes every now and then. He's my lifelong buddy. Good idea. Good idea. You keep that up, okay? So to sum this up, to stop getting distracted, eliminate the small, unnecessary things from your life, get clear on why you're doing this, what your goals are, have things planned out, and be okay with not talking to losers and hanging out with loser people. It's okay to lose loser friends.